Hey, it's Amy with iHeartRadio Canada. I am here with Rachel Chinouriri. We are getting ready for your show tonight.
Yes, we are
We're
indeed.
pre-Toronto show.
Yes.
How are you feeling?
Feeling pretty good. I've managed to go to the gym. I've eaten my dinner, which I eat quite early, and yeah, I'm pretty happy right now.
So, what is your plan? You have an interview now. Show's
Yeah.
in a couple hours. What's your
Yes.
pre-show? What are you going to do to get ready?
So I eat my dinner 5 hours before any show because I can't
Serious?
eat. Yeah, it maximum is 4 hours, but it's usually about 5 to 4 hours. Then I steam and do vocal warm-ups for about an hour to 90 minutes.
Okay.
And then while I'm resting my voice, I just listen to music, do my hair, do my makeup, change, do the content I need to do with Lauren. And then I just kind of get ready to get into the hustle and bustle. I just like to leave myself a bit of time, so it's quite a mental turning into the artist version of myself versus how I look right now.
I love that. So you're on the All I Ever Asked For was a North American tour.
Yes.
Yes. You're in Canada now.
I'm in Canada.
Is this your first time performing in Canada?
First time performing and first time being here.
Wow.
And I do love it.
Okay, yeah. What are
it's-
you thinking so far?
Food's amazing.
Really?
Yep, I had ramen and I went to a very nice cafe. It feels quite like city and very picturesque. I don't know
Yeah.
if Danforth is quite a picturesque place,
Yeah.
but the neighborhoods are beautiful and I'm already like, I want to live here. But I feel like every state I go to, I go, I want to live here. So
as
yeah.
far as places you've been, what's your, I could really see myself. I feel like every time I travel, it's like, oh, and this would be my routine and this is my coffee shop. Where's your favorite place so far?
Of anywhere that I've traveled on
Yeah.
tour, I would say it's difficult because this last couple of days have been amazing and it's
Yeah.
been really good. So I could easily say here.
Yeah.
But one place I've always loved is New York, Williamsburg, where I'm
Nice.
like, oh, I could imagine walking to Pilates and getting a coffee and running past the fire escapes. I don't know.
I want that to be my full-time job. Pilates and waking up at 9 a.m. Montreal is tomorrow.
Yes.
What have you heard about Montreal before traveling there?
Not a thing.
Nothing?
Not a thing.
Do you know they're French?
I know that now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know how to say welcome in
That
French.
is why Lauren is looking for classes tomorrow. She's like, everything's in French. And I
Yeah,
was like,
it's
oh,
like
sick.
a French city.
Well,
Yeah,
I
that's
like
good to
French.
know.
I love French.
And
like France.
poutine, do you know poutine? That's a Canadian
What's
thing,
that?
but what? This is the second time this has happened. Okay, poutine's a really big deal here in Canada. It's like fries, cheese curds, gravy, and it's our national dish. I don't think really, but that's what people say.
Fries, cheese, and gravy. You see, on
And
tour.
we invented that.
Really?
Not to brag, but
Did you actually? The
That's
thing
Canada.
is, when I go on the road, I'm eating every vegetable and smoothie possible. I'm not drinking. So I
Okay.
don't think I'm hunting out
no fair.
anything. But I did not know that was a thing.
Yeah.
It's called
Poutine or
Poutine.
poutine. But if you're in Quebec, it's poutine,
Poutine.
or they'll judge you.
Oh, okay.
So that's good going in.
Okay, it's
And
good
that's
to
all
know.
you need to know about Montreal. Good luck.
Okay. I'm wishing myself some luck here.
Yeah, for sure. I also want to talk about your new EP, Little
Yes,
House.
yes.
It's out. First of all, Isaac, your man,
Yes.
shot the cover for it.
Yes, he did. Yeah.
So what was that like working together kind of on your project?
It was an interesting day because I've always wanted to work with him, but I'd finished doing a show in Birmingham, I think.
Yeah.
Drove straight after the show back to somewhere very far and then did the shoot on one of the most tired days possible. So
Amazing.
I was excited to see him, but I was also like, oh, I need to go. So he's all being like, doop-a-doop-a-doo, and I'm like, hurry up. So it was very sweet to see him, but
Yeah.
I was actually very stressed out.
The photo doesn't look like that.
The photo doesn't look like
looks
that
very
because he was
chill.
taking so much time, and I was like, just take the picture.
I feel like that's every boyfriend. You're trying to get them to take a picture of you.
But then I was like, luckily, it wasn't his fault. I was actually exhausted because it was
Yeah.
in the middle of the Sabrina tour. So when I saw the pictures, I was like, oh, I love my boyfriend. That's so
You
sweet.
did great.
Yeah.
I love that. Also, the first song on the EP is
Yes.
Can We Talk About Isaac?
Yes.
So Can
We're
we
going to talk
Guys?
about him. Yes, we can. Yes.
What does he think about that song and that his name's in the EP and working with the cover and stuff like that? He's a big part of the project.
He's a big part of the project, but I feel like the way me and him hang out, he forgets that I'm a singer.
Yeah.
But I forget that I'm a singer when I'm with him as well. So we kind of talk about everything except the creative industries. And then when I like show him a song, he's like, oh, really sick. But then when the release came out and then the pictures and the art and the videos and stuff, that's when I think he was probably a bit like, oh, wow, this is like out and about. And they did an interview, I think, on BBC where they called him a simple guy. And he was like, oh, this is like out in the world and this is like your job.
Yeah.
Which was quite funny. So I think he finds it quite amazing and surreal, but he's so like, I don't want to say out of touch with like this kind of world, but he kind of loves it in a sentimental way, but he got recognized on the street because of the song, which was quite funny. So those are nice moments that he has when he meets people.
It must be wild too, like looking at your Instagram and seeing the couple posts that he's in. All the comments are like, thank you so much for what, like it's kind of just like funny how many people are now kind of
they're like
looking at
I think they're a bit more like, thank you for taking care of our girl, be careful. I think they're a bit like, be careful.
Yeah,
that's
we're
our
watching
girl.
you.
Yeah.
Speaking of your fans, how would you describe them? Darlings. That's
the
what we call them.
They are darlings.
Yeah.
They're very cutesy, very sweet. I think I have maybe the introverted extrovert, so that they're quite shy when I meet them one-on-one, but then when I see them in the crowd or see them, they're very like, woo! And I think, the community we have is so special and sweet. So I say they're the sweetest fans, and to be honest, I say they're my friends more than anything.
My favorite thing I've seen from your tour so far is it's all your fans and you're right in front of the barricade, like standing right in them. And then all the comments are saying, this is the most respectful barricade I've ever seen, because they're just like not touching you. They're taking their videos. They're like watching you.
There's times where I like jump. There's times where I have jumped into the crowd and they will literally completely move. Like not a single person wants to touch me. They're all like, okay, here's your space.
They like their space.
And in my brain, I'm like expecting people to touch me, even though it's like weird as long as they're respectful. But then I'm like, my fans are so like, keep your distance. Don't go near her. And I'm like, thanks, guys. Thank you for just letting me have this little
It's very cute. The video is adorable.
Sweet, yeah.
Very cool. I also wanted to talk about you opening for the Short and Sweet tour.
Yes.
When you found out you were going to open for Sabrina Carpenter, what was that like?
It was, I don't know. I feel like my reactions to things kind of come in delay. So I always think something is going to not happen until I'm actually there.
Yeah.
So until I made it to the arena, I was kind of a bit like, okay, this is like kind of happening, but for some reason I think something's going to go wrong. And then when I got there and then I met her, I was like, oh, this is real. This is actually happening, and it's happening for 20 shows. So yeah, I don't know. I kind of always have a bit of imposter syndrome. But once I got there, it was kind of so surreal. Like even walking out onto the stage and seeing the runway and the fans, I was just kind of like, this is unbelievable. So yeah.
Did it get easier to kind of hype yourself after 20 shows, or every night were you like, I'm opening for Sabrina Carpenter?
What's funny is I find arenas easier because everyone looks kind of like smaller, so my brain can kind of process things in an easier way. Sometimes when it's very close up, it's very easy to like catch each other, and sometimes I catch myself laughing at things and stuff. But I think it was easier as it went on. However, I don't think I ever really got over the fact that I was opening for her, because even when I'd go out and watch her shout me out, I was just always a bit like, is this actually happening? So yeah, I don't think I ever really got over it, but I found it easier because her fans were also so nice, like unbelievably nice.
And now they're your fans because you're on TikTok saying, hey, this is my song, you saw me. And they're all like happy to find you.
Yeah, they're so sweet.
That's awesome. I also wanted to ask you about your bestie, Florence Pugh.
Yes.
How's she? What's up with her lately?
She's good. Actually, I should probably message.
Yeah,
she's very
it's
well.
overdue, I'm sure.
I mean, she is actually on a massive press tour for, was it Thunderbolt, which is now the New Avengers,
Keith loves that one.
which was
Don't
crazy.
You, Keith?
That is, when I saw the New Avengers, I said, oh, okay, you've been busy.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's really good.
So she found your song, reached out to you,
Yes.
said, you made my bad day better.
Yes.
And then you said, can you be in my music video for Never Need Me?
I said thank you first, and then I said, would you like
you
to be
freaked out, and you said, hey. How was shooting? You had a behind the scenes video for that music video.
Yes.
It looked like you were just best friends as you were in the music
we'd gone out
video.
like 2 days before and
did you
just
do?
hung out. We just went for some drinks, and with our friend, her friend Livy, who actually took her to watch me a few years ago at a festival.
Oh.
And I got to meet her, and she was so funny, and we went for drinks, and it was just such a funny evening.
Yeah.
We were just giggling, laughing, joking, and just being the girlies. So then when we saw each other 2 days later, we were like, hey girls.
That's so fun.
Yeah.
Another girl I wanted to bring up, Melody.
Melody, my mom.
That's the one. She was running
like,
your.
my mother?
She was admin. She was running your Facebook page.
She was running my Facebook for a while.
And she was quite excited to get the job.
She was very excited to get the job. I think she just wanted something to do. So I was like, you are always on Facebook.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give you the login details.
Yeah.
I've recently removed her because she started accidentally following incorrect pages on my account. I was like, right, this is not me following these accounts. So she's been removed. But, my label are doing everything in and out now. But she wanted to do a little something.
I feel like we could make her fan page to.
I feel like she deserves her own fan page.
No, yeah.
Yeah. She's very proactive
And she's
on
very,
Facebook.
she's not pretending to be you. She says,
Yeah.
hey, it's Melody, guys. It's not
She
Rachel
was like,
talking to
hi,
you.
it's the mum here speaking to you all.
Yeah,
So,
I need your help following. It was the cutest thing ever. So
She's
I think
very cute.
Next task for Melody, fan page. Yeah. Okay, you've opened for huge artists. We talked about Sabrina Carpenter. Louis Tomlinson was another one. Adele sent you flowers.
She did send me
Brit
flowers,
Awards.
yeah.
So you're contacting very big people here.
It's kind of crazy.
Yeah. Is there anyone on your list you're like, okay, if I could meet anyone, this is who I'd be excited to connect with?
I don't want to say no, but I also want to say yes at the same time, because all the people who I would have been excited to meet, I've managed to meet.
Did you meet Coldplay?
Now here we're touching some touchy subjects here, because I'm very upset I haven't met Coldplay yet, but I've met the drummer.
Okay.
So in my brain, I've met Coldplay.
You need to collect them.
That's my final little infinity stone for my little ring collection.
You're working on that.
Coldplay is very serious to me, and I cannot wait to meet all of them.
Yeah.
So those are some people who I'm excited to meet. And if I can meet Adele, that would be mental. But it's kind of like, even when I was opening for Louis Tomlinson, I was like, oh my God, I'm going to meet Louis Tomlinson properly. And then when I met him, I was like, what the hell? So, and Lewis Capaldi, it was like the same thing. It was like,
Yeah.
It's quite surreal. It's quite a privileged life to be able to live and say that I've been able to meet a lot of people who I look up to and love.
Nice. And if a new fan of yours is watching, what would you say is the first thing they should go check out of yours?
Well, if you're going to listen to me in the next 3 months, listen to Little House, because I'm currently in love with a man called Isaac, and I think it represents how I feel right now. If you are on a sadder vibe, there is an album called What a Devastating Turn of Events that you should go and listen to, and hopefully it will heal whatever sadness you're feeling. And if you are feeling sad, you can come and hang out with me and the darlings who will help you out.
And then for the Canadian fans, tonight and tomorrow, what can we expect for a Canadian show?
Lots of sparkles, lots of hair clips, lots of jumping, lots of dancing, lots of running around. Don't expect putain. Is that what it's called? Yeah, don't expect that. I don't have it. But I have some positive vibes for you guys.
Love that. We'll have so much fun at the show tonight. It was so nice to meet you.
It's lovely to meet you. Thank you so much for this.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.